Are we on?
Yes, sir, we on.
Cool.
Alright. Okay.
Yo. Okay, so we had a question out there that's been lingering around, and everybody's been kind of like pussyfooting around with it. Old slang. What is urban? What is the definition of urban? A lot of people are starting to be scared to say it, and a lot of people, black people per se, don't want you to say it. Okay. So,
how do you feel about the word black?
Oh man, we can get that. That's too much. That's too much. Urban is a definition that it could be derogatory. So that's the reason why there's a push for you not to say urban. For those who are learning about urban, urban is derogatory in America, meaning it can be derogatory. Urban is generally the general terminology for urban is a city kind of environment. However, in America, urban is also labeled for a specific group of people.
Yeah.
And that's where the kind of like the problem comes in when we're saying, when we're talking about urban. Urban is like, it can be derogatory towards some people. So
derogatory, what do you mean for people in Europe who may?
Okay, so
without them having to Google that word.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so meaning if derogatory meaning, if I say something is in America, when I use the word urban in a corporate setting or something like that, it's generally geared towards black people. It could be like a slang, like a dirty slang to say, okay, well, you live in the urban community, which is a basic way of saying you live in the ghetto, or you live in the poor area, or you know what I mean. A lot comes with that crime, so forth and so on. So that's why the push right now from a lot of people is not to use the word urban when you're describing the dance style, house and hip hop and other genres and stuff like that, because they don't want to have it. Because a lot of the older generation don't want it to have it as a derogatory term. They don't want it. They don't see it.
Okay.
It's something positive. I mean, even though the original definition of it is,
but
for city,
it's linked to the fact that of showing where those people who are less fortunate live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, urban communities.
And if you're already like linking that with like people where they live and where they, they got their flavor, their dance, you know what I'm saying, wherever they grew up, then all of a sudden, now you're linking it with dance, urban dance. Like, well, okay, now you're expecting like a black person per se to be teaching you, and you have all the people that are involved in that whole scene culture and living in inner cities all over the world, not just in the States. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I could understand where, like, you don't need to say urban anywhere. Like, what about urban in Paris? They'd be like, what the fuck? Like, they probably say the same thing, maybe in like urbanique. I don't know how you say it in France.
Don't try. You don't know how.
But I'm sure they got also something where they're also labeled for all those ghettos out there and shit. Like, ghetto is like the overall term, not even just urban. That urban is like a nice hipster way to say, you know what I'm saying, ghetto, poor, black.
Yeah,
or
basically.
Not even black, it could be anybody who's the minority. You know what I'm saying? It could be Asian, Indian, Persian, whatever it could be. You know what I'm saying, for that area. So.
Yeah, so that's the push right there. I mean, if you said it to me, I wouldn't take so much of offense to it, but some people...
So you wouldn't host
an urban jam?
Yeah.
Maybe.
But that sounds dope. Like,
I wouldn't name it
Urban Jam 2021 virtual.
I mean, but you got to be sensitive for those out there who are sensitive to us. If you don't have to use the word, don't use it. But like I said, if you use it towards me, if I heard you say it, I wouldn't make a big deal about it.
Okay.
But it's just information out there because a lot of people are being a little bit scared to say urban now, and a lot of people are concerned about if you do say urban.
So you're giving them a pass.
I don't know, man. I know it's derogatory, but it's not worse than it's not worse than some other words that are even more derogatory. So that's just my take on it.
Yeah. So you don't want to do an urban dance, Ken?
Nah, I'm good.
All right.
That's it. Peace, HOUSEaHOLICS.